Right. We're live, I believe. Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody that's here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Bulldogs versus Eels match review for round 15 of the NRL, the final game of round 15 in the NRL, and what a disappointment that was. You know, we spoke about yesterday between Melbourne and Cronulla being disappointing. We spoke about a few games over the weekend that were disappointing. Obviously, Panthers Roosters was another one that was disappointing, and there's been a few games this weekend that have been really sad. I thought Raiders Warriors was disappointing. I thought a lot of games were disappointing over the weekend. Mainly Dolphins. This is probably the worst round I've seen all year. Only 2 games were 1-12. So, look, I'm not here to be negative. I'm not here to shit on it, but round 15 in the NRL was probably one of the worst rounds I've seen all season. Lots of blowout games, only 2 really competitive games. So, it's been a really disappointing round of footy. Hello to the live chat. We're starting to get a crowd here now. We got Jason Reader, William Pearson, Faraz, Luke Melbourne Storm fan, Devils _Si. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to the Nick from Australia YouTube channel. Welcome to the Bulldogs Eels match game review. Hope you guys are doing well on this Monday evening. It is June 12th, 2023. It is 6:09 p.m. and the Eels defeated the Bulldogs 34 points to 12 in front of 33,000 people at Accor Stadium. It was a very nice crowd down at Accor. It looked good. So good to see a nice crowd at Accor Stadium. The Bulldogs fans, obviously, they were out in full force today. They had a big crowd down there at Accor Stadium. You could hear the drums. Even though they were getting flogged, you still hear the drums. And obviously, the talking point coming out of this game is the performance of Mitchell Moses and obviously Clint Gutherson. But in particular, Mitchell Moses, I think he may have won himself an Origin jersey. New South Wales named the team tomorrow, but Mitchell Moses is expected to be named halfback. Personally, I would go with Adam Reynolds, but I'm not the coach. I would go with Luai Reynolds, but it looks like they're going to go with Luai and Moses. But I guess we'll have to wait and see which way Freddie and Brandy and the selectors do go. But yeah, Mitchell Moses was outstanding this afternoon against the Bulldogs. He had a blinder. He had a couple of try assists. 2 of the tries that Moses set up were on the back of poor defence from Tavita Pangai Jr., but you can only play what's in front of you, and Mitchell Moses did just that. Quickly, guys, I see we got about 13 people in the live chat here. Guys, press the thumbs up button. We need you guys to like the stream. So press the thumbs up on the stream, guys. I'd really appreciate that. Thumbs up. And look, let's get into the review. And Parramatta, they started the game off really well. There was a crossfield kick from Mitchell Moses. And there was a contest between, I think it was Alamonte and, who was it? Penasini or something. Anyway, it taps back and Gutherson scores the try. But you could clearly see that Will Penasini definitely had a hand on the ball. So the Gutherson first try for mine should not have been allowed. Thought that was a really tough call there against Canterbury. Parramatta started the game off really well there at 6-0. And then the Bulldogs hit back through Matt Burton. Some really good football there from the young Kyle Oluwapu. Just showing a bit of strength and determination. Never giving up. Finds Matt Burton on the inside. Matt Burton gets over for the Dogs. He scores a try. That was good to see. We're leveled at 6 apiece at that point. And then Pangai Jr. comes rushing up. And then Moses brings Gutherson under. Gutherson goes over and scores his second try of the game. Parramatta go up 12-6 at that stage. Parramatta are looking really strong. And then again, through the middle, Pangai Jr. just rushes up again, misses Mitchell Moses once again, and then there's a line break there, and Gutherson finds the line once again, Gets himself a first half hat-trick. I thought Red Money was actually going to tackle Gutherson there, but he missed him. Horrible defence from the Bulldogs. Horrible. Parramatta go to 18-6 in front. And then Parramatta make another line break on that left-hand side. And this time it's Bailey Simonson going over in the left centre position. Now, Bailey Simonson, I think he was in the Bulldogs system as a young fella. So, Simonson getting one back against the Dogs. So, that was a nice try there. We get to half-time. Parramatta, what was it, 24-6 at half-time, Parramatta. A very nice lead for them. I thought they were in complete control of the game. I gave the Bulldogs some hope going into the second half, but they had to be first to score. And unfortunately for the Bulldogs, that just simply was not the case. Parramatta go down the right-hand side and just some really soft defence. I think Cartwright had an offload involved in that play there. And Will Penasini in the right centre position goes over for Parramatta. A few of the Bulldogs fans in the crowd were screaming about a double movement. No double movement there at all. Just clear momentum. Simple as that. So Penasini goes over for the Eels. He goes over to score. Parramatta go to, 28-6 at that point. Parramatta are in complete control. And then the Bulldogs find a try there for Hayes Perham, former Parramatta Eels outside back, scoring against the old foe. So Perham getting over for the Dogs. Good to see. Would have been 28-12 Parramatta. So the Dogs need 3 tries in the space of 20 minutes, which is not impossible, but it's very tough to do, especially when you're on the back foot for a lot of the game. Anyway, Parramatta go down the left-hand side, and Marcus Sevo gets a try. He needed to score a try this afternoon. Sevo, obviously, he is leading the top try scorer tally at the moment. So Sevo going over to score again is nothing surprising. He scores in the corner. Parramatta go to 34-12. We thought Sevo had a double, but it was called back for obstruction from Bailey Simonson. I don't see how that was obstruction. Oluwapu was never, ever going to get there. And neither was Karaz. None of them were going to get there. So that was a bit of a tough call. But it didn't matter in the end. Parramatta get the job done over the Bulldogs. 34 points to 12. The Bulldogs. I'm worried about them. I don't know if they can make the 8 from here, guys. I'm going to have a look at this ladder after round 15. So, the Dogs go back into 15th position. They're now 5 wins, 9 losses. Not liking their chances, man. I'm not liking the Bulldogs' chances for finals. It's going to be really tough for them to get up there from where they're currently at. Like, you have a look at it. They got the Sharks next week in Cronulla. That is a must-win. You could probably put a blue pen through the Bulldogs right now. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them one more week. If they lose to the Sharks next Sunday afternoon in the Shire, then I'm putting a pen through the Dogs. If they go to 5-10, I don't see how they could come back from 5-10. They've got a very inexperienced spine. Burton's a gun, but has to do a lot more than he should. Reid Money has to do a lot more than he should. Reid Money, he was terrible today. He was getting hammered. He was getting ran over the top of several times. He was shocking today. And you got Oluwapu, who's been... I've been critical of him. I'm not a big fan of him, but he's been very, he's been all right the last couple of weeks. I thought today he actually played really well in a team that got beat 34-12. Thought he was actually one of their best. They're 5-9. They're 5 points outside the 8. I know that, yes, and Will, you're right in the chat. The Bulldogs, they do need Kickout. I don't think Kickout's back to like round 21, round 22. He might come back early because they need him, but 5-9. I'll tell you what, this is their last chance. I'll give them one more chance. If the Dogs lose next week, it's over. If they go to 5 wins, 10 losses, it's all over. So next week against the Sharks for the Bulldogs, it just simply becomes a must-win for the Dogs. And it's going to be tough as well because I don't know if the Sharks will be as bad as they were against the Storm. Like, they'll beat by 50. You'd think the Sharks will want revenge, and with Nico Hines, looking like he's going to be dropped from the Origin side. Obviously, we won't know anything until tomorrow. It's going to be tough. And who do the Bulldogs play after the Sharks? Look, I can't really give them many more opportunities. So they got the Sharks next week, and then they play. Oh, they play the bye, but after that they play who? Let me have a look. The Knights. So look, I think next week against the Sharks is must win. But as for Parramatta are looking good. Parramatta are starting to get their shit together. They had a nice win today. They didn't play a boring style of football. I've been critical of Parramatta a lot this season. Their style of football hasn't been good to watch. I've actually been really bored with Parramatta this season, but I thought they actually had a really good style of football today. They played really well. I wasn't bored by them. But good on Parramatta. Thought they showed their class. Mitchell Moses in the first half was outstanding. Had a fairly quiet second half, but he didn't have to do anything. The game was over. The damage was already done. Moses, Gufferson, very good. Although Moses did have that great tackle on Jacob Preston down that sideline, and he did get the ball back a couple of times after a couple of Dogs' errors. But look, with all due respect to the Bulldog supporters, I'm just going to be honest here. Mitchell Moses is a lot. We're talking about Matt Burton in Origin as well, and we're talking about Mitchell Moses. Mitchell Moses just proved today why he is better than Matt Burton. Whether you like Moses or you hate his guts, I don't really care. I'm not a big Moses fan myself, but Mitchell Moses just proved today why he is better than Matt Burton. Moses is much better. I've been honest with all you guys with the State of Origin selections, and I'm telling you right now, I do not want Mitchell Moses to be picked for New South Wales. I don't want to see it. I think Adam Reynolds is the best man for the job. I don't think Moses can handle these big games. We've seen it in the past. You go back to a few finals games. Last year's grand final went missing. He had that one Origin game a couple of years ago, and he wasn't great in that game either. So I'm not sold on Moses. I don't care if he had one good game today. Adam Reynolds has been better than Moses all season, and he's been a lot more consistent. So, me personally, I'd go with Reynolds or whatever, but they're going to pick Moses. I'm telling you right now, I guarantee tomorrow morning Moses will be picked. I'll have mixed emotions about it. But look, Parramatta today, way too good for the Bulldogs. Also, it was great to see Regan Campbell-Gillard back. I'm a big Campbell-Gillard fan, and New South Wales are a bit light on forwards. I don't know if Campbell-Gillard will be in the running for an Origin jersey. I wonder if I can find out how many metres he ran for today. I'd love to know. Campbell-Gillard did have a strong game. And of course, it ain't going to fucking tell me. It's funny how the NRL app tells you on your phone, but you go on the computer and look for it and you can't find shit. So Simonson ran the most metres today. That's interesting. See if I can find out on like player stats or something. Let me go to team stats. It's not going to tell me. Anyway, New South Wales are a bit light on front rows at the moment. So, look, I think Paulo will be starting in the front row, but Campbell-Gillard, I'm not sure if his name will be mentioned, but he should at least be talked about. But anyway, we'll find out. Anyway, well done to Parramatta. Very big win over the Bulldogs today. Bulldogs are terrible. Parramatta now go into 9th on the NRL live ladder. Dogs go down to 15th. So, not good. Not good at all. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up the Bulldogs versus Eels match game review. If you guys enjoyed the review, don't forget to like and subscribe. I am expecting Adam Reynolds to be named halfback for New South Wales, but as we all know, I think Mitchell Moses will probably be the one selected. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching the Dogs Eels review. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Share the video around on social media. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. Full time, Eels 34, Bulldogs 12.